Hello and welcome back to Drawing with Mrs. Mills. I hope you're having a fantastic day today, and I hope you had fun drawing with your egg yesterday. I hope you didn't leave it out on the counter to get stinky. Today we are going to talk about noses, and a lot of people hate drawing noses. I don't know why, but I'm going to go over some simple ways to make your noses better. And after I show you these noses, you can go back and try to do a whole face like we did yesterday using your nose knowledge. So, noses. If you remember from yesterday, when we talked about thirds, if we break a face into thirds, so here you've got 1, 2, 3. The nose is going to go, so here's our center line. The nose is going to go in this middle third, and that's also your eye line. So here's your eyes. Here's your middle third. This is your nose. Okay, so I told you yesterday I like to start with sometimes this little like ball shape because the end of your nose is a cartilage and it's sort of a round shape. Of course, that can be different for different people, and but just your generic nose is going to be kind of a ball. When you go to do the bottom of the nose, how wide should it be? The width is about the width between the eyes, about. And that's going all the way out to the edges of the nostrils. And I like to do this movement from the nostrils. That's the side of the nostril, up, down, and up. That's basically the move that I do to make that. So let's draw it in here. Down, up, down. And this is the ball of the nose, and these are these two little side nostril thingies. So this is the bottom half of the nose, which is all like squishy cartilage. This part up here is going to be a bony, more bony part. Starting about here, you've got the bony ridge of the nose, and that keystone shape I told you about, that's right here. And this is going to come down into the cartilage part. Now when you view this from the side, which we will talk about, I like to say that this is kind of a ramp, this part up to here, and then there's a little bridge, we call it the bridge, and then there's a ramp down. So this might sound funny, but if you actually take your hands and feel your nose, you'll be able to feel where the bony part is and where the squishy cartilage is. And that's going to help you draw it a little better. So, again, a nose is going to look better with a little shading. Generally, underneath the nose, if our light's coming from above, this is going to be in shade. So your nostrils, like this is going to be in shade. And then if you've got light, there might even be a little highlight, which you usually do a little bit more with color, just to take out some of these lines. And that is your basic nose from the front view. While we have our nose drawn here, let's just go over the mouth again. So there's a nice little movement from the nose into the mouth right here. It's called the philtrum. I'm going to sketch it in. And then I'm also going to, remember we did thirds again yesterday for the mouth? So 1, 2, 3, here's our chin. I'm going to sketch in that line I showed you yesterday, which was the long M. Here's my two basics, the long M and the nose. And actually when you do that long M, if you want to be a little fancy, you can just turn up the side a little bit. It gives your face a little bit of a smile. Once you've got that long M in there, you can start to sketch in the other parts. And if you put that philtrum in first, you'll see the lip, the top of the lip will just fall right into that nicely. And the bottom lip here. So I am going to go over the profile view at some point, and we'll talk about how a nose looks when you turn. So if I were to turn this, how would our nose change? Some of the movements are similar. You still got the ball on the end. But there's some things that change when we turn a face into profile and 3/4, which I'm going to do a whole another video on that. But for now, I want you to practice drawing that nose straight on, even though it might look a little weird to you when you do it. And of course, just like before, you can add in, I know that I've been drawing a lot of faces that look like women. So, just so you know, these tips are not specific to just drawing women or drawing men or anything like that. And we're gonna go over some tricks to make older faces, younger faces, children, all that kind of stuff. So we will be getting into more detail about how to make your faces more specific to what you wanna draw, including how to make older faces, to put in those. So, go ahead and practice your noses, and I can't wait to see what you draw. And I look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.